Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our show brought to you by Secret City Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. If you're looking for a new car, truck, or SUV, look no further than the Oak Ridge Turnpike. That's where you're going to find Secret City, and it's no secret, that they have an incredibly wide selection of vehicles, but also the best prices all around. Drive out there, see for yourself. Check Secret City before you buy your next car or truck. It's only smart to do smart shopping, and they should be on your smart shopping list. Secret City, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. All right, we're going to step through three things here. I'm going to quickly hit on the recruiting class, some recruiting loot from recruiting news. Josh Ward couldn't be with us this week. He will be back next week as we do an in-depth signing day preview show for you. But I talked to Josh last night, got some updates. Let's go ahead and show folks how much has changed after Mike Bajakian left. Not much. Patrick Allen, the offensive lineman that had decommitted from Georgia, he's still going to be a signing day announcement, so you don't know what he's going to do, if he's going to pick Tennessee or go back to Georgia. Vinzel Bulware visited Ohio State this week. Still a Tennessee commit, still pretty solid, most people think. Still, you worry about him going to Ohio State. Kendall Bussey, Tennessee just keeps loading up on running backs. He took a visit to Texas A&M. Sharon Jones, a lot of people concerned about this. The quarterback from four-star from California, he's solid to Tennessee. He's not taking any other visits. That was the concern with Bajakian leaving. No worry there. Drew Richmond, offensive lineman. Tennessee's still trying to work it, but he's going to Ole Miss, it looks like. And then at the bottom, Preston Williams, the wide receiver, took a visit to Auburn. By all reports, cut it short. And Auburn folks are saying, well, it doesn't look like we're going to flip him. So Preston Williams, I think he's a 5-star, still coming to Tennessee, it looks like. All right, now let me take it to a bigger issue. A lot of people leaving this program. We talked about it, I don't know, a month ago, and we said that when we went through the list, most of these guys were leaving because they didn't get a lot of playing time or they were homesick. There weren't many guys that Tennessee said, oh, we don't want to lose you. Now you keep adding guys. DeAndre Payne, who was a 4-star guy. Vic Wharton, who has family ties, is rumored to be looking around. At some point, is this just, you tell me, is this a new program promising all kinds of playing time to youngsters? Youngster comes in and finds there's 3 other youngsters ahead of them, so they look to play somewhere else. Or is there something going on in the program? Is Butch Jones a meanie?
I wouldn't say he's a meanie. I think part of what's happening here is that Tennessee's recruiting some good players, and I don't think they're actually promising playing time. I think they're promising them a chance to compete. If they were promising playing time, we would have found out on their Twitter account, on their Facebook account.
Yeah, that's a better way of phrasing it.
Or their high school coach.
Yeah, I poorly phrased that. Opportunity for playing time.
Yeah. And so I'll give you the example with Payne. He came in here. There are a couple of young defensive backs that moved ahead of him. He went to the coaching staff and said, well, where'd I fit in? You're recruiting other defensive backs. And they're like, well, we're not sure you do fit in. He's gone. So I think that's what's happened with a number of these guys. It's also, these losses are mitigated by the fact that you've signed 32 and you're about to sign 28. Yeah. So when you sign that many, it doesn't hurt you.
And I think that's part of it, is when you're pushing the envelope with numbers like that, this is more likely to happen.
I agree.
Mike Strange, I'll let you start with the next one. Got to be very quick on this one, guys. Tennessee went to Marcus Ford the last minute, said we want you to gray shirt. He and his coach have come out and said they're not happy about that. You see these stories, happens at LSU, happens at Alabama. I still don't like it. Mike Strange, your thoughts on it?
I don't like it either, and not everybody, but a lot of people does it. Like I said on the Sports Page Radio show this week, got to get that plug in there.
Tease.
I think we need a new word. Commitment doesn't apply. Commitment means commitment. Well, these aren't really commitments, but either way a lot of times. So
I think that's a great point. A lot of people come down hard on these kids when they flip-flop. Now, I'm not big on the guys who sit there and toy with you with a hat on signing day. I think that's childish and egomaniac. However, people who come down hard on these kids who simply change their commitment midstream, you shouldn't do that, because it's just as likely the school is going to back out of their commitment. And to me, that's a bigger issue. I don't like seeing this, but at the same time, it happens. And for those worried about how that's going to impact Tennessee recruiting down the line, I don't think it is. You know, Steve Spurrier a couple of years ago had a coach in Atlanta say, you're never getting back in our school again after this. He was back the next year and signed 2 more kids. And I wouldn't worry about that angle.
And I think this kid was out of Tampa, Florida. It's not like he's out of a school in Nashville that you're going to be going back to.
Good point. All right. Jimmy, we don't have time. Do you agree? Nod yes or no?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, and whatever.
Very good. It's the return of Bruce Pearl this week. We got 4 questions about that one, including, will he cry. Come on back on the Sports Source.